We know the story of Biddy Mason, the black woman who walked from Mississippi to California in chains, only to become one of the first black female landowners in Los Angeles. But what happened after she passed? What happened to her land, her wealth, and her legacy? This is the story you were never told. In 1866, just a few years after gaining her freedom, Biddy Mason bought land on Spring Street in downtown LA for just $250. That land would later become some of the most valuable real estate in the entire city. But Biddy wasn't just buying land. She was planting roots. And by the time she passed in 1891, she had amassed an estate worth $300,000. That's around $10 million today. Now here's where it gets messy. After her death, a bitter family feud broke out over her estate. Who would control the land, the money, the Mason block? Eventually, her grandson, Robert Curry Owens, took control. He was already a sharp businessman, and thanks to Biddy's investments, he became the wealthiest black man in Los Angeles. Robert used that inheritance to build the Owens Block, a two-story commercial building that became a hub for black entrepreneurship in the early 1900s. For a time, Biddy Mason's legacy lived on through business, land, and power, right in the heart of Los Angeles. But then came the Great Depression. Like many black families during that time, the Owens family lost control of their property. Biddy's once thriving real estate empire was slowly sold off or redeveloped. And by the mid-20th century, very few people knew that a formerly enslaved woman had once owned that land. Biddy Mason died in 1891 and was buried in an unmarked grave. It wasn't until 1988 that a headstone was finally placed to honor her. Today, part of her land has been transformed into Biddy Mason Memorial Park, right in downtown Los Angeles. It features an 80-foot wall carved with the timeline of her life, from slavery to land ownership to legacy. And her family? They've started foundations and organizations to keep her story alive. Biddy Mason's land may have changed hands, her buildings may be gone, but her impact still standing. She proved that even when the system tried to break her, she built something that couldn't be erased. Now you know what happened after Biddy Mason died.